and welcome back everybody to Martinsville Speedway in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. This week we're doing the STP 500 from the back to the front. Hopefully we can get a better finish than 14th, which was the previous finish we got at Auto Club. Actually upgrading our place in the standings from 23rd to 22nd. Auto Club was kind of disappointing, as in the last lap coming out of turn 2, I made some contact with Kurt Busch, causing me to spin out and crash and go back to the pack, or go to the back of the pack for NASCAR overtime, in which I powered through and ended up getting a 14th place finish, which upgraded me in the standings. Martin Truex won the race at Auto Club, as he did in real life. That's 2 weeks in a row. The gameplay of NASCAR Heat 2 this season predicts a correct winner, as Kevin Harvick won at ISM Raceway in my previous video. And now in the standings, Truex is leading as he is in real life, only with 3 wins and Harvick with 1. You switch those and we're basically racing in real life, minus Ryan Blaney with the other win. That would be Austin Dillon there, but that's pretty much where we're at. So without further ado, let's just jump to the back of Martinsville Speedway and see how we do. Alright, here we go, Martinsville Speedway, everybody. Coming out of turn 3 and 4 to start the race, coming up to the start-finish line. Here we go. Okay, I was entering that corner with too much heat, and I had to lay on the brakes before my car would turn. But it's only the first corner of the race. I wasn't expecting to lead lap number 1, so let's see if we can get up there and lead the final lap of this race. Now, it is short track racing. I'm expecting to get bumped and banged by a lot of AI cars in this one. I'm going to try and limit the amount of bumping and banging I do to their cars. Here we go. We're going to cut to the inside of Gilliland here. Grab a couple spots. And then, oh my god, I braked too late there and forced everybody up the track. But hey, I kept my track position. Oh, and I scraped the wall gently. Here we go. We're going to grab a couple more spots coming into turn 4. Seems that's the better turn for me so far. We're grabbing positions anyway. And here we go. Clear low, stay low. I'm going to try and make a move on McDowell here coming out of turn 4. If we can keep grabbing some spots out of turn 4, I feel pretty good about where we'll be at the end of this one. Coming up to Ryan Blaney in the 12. Wonder if he's going to have a different paint scheme this weekend. Seems like he's had a different one every week. Got a little bump there from McDowell, but nothing too major. Oh, a little bump to Blaney. Sorry about that, Ryan. Here we go. Oh, there's some smoke coming out of turn 2. McDowell gave me another little shot. I think he's trying to tell me something. Oh, a little contact between Di Benedetto and the second 4 car. I have no idea. Okay. We're 3 wide at Martinsville. All right, here we go. Oh, I might almost caused a wreck behind me by laying into the brake way too hard. But you know what? As long as I'm not involved in the wreck, these guys can wreck. I'll take a yellow flag and people pitting. Whatever gets me track position, I'm all for it. Oh, looks like we're getting yellow right here. Let's go up high around this wreck. And there we go. I guess I'm not going to pit. No one else pitting. We got 24 laps of fuel, 58 laps remaining. Let's just advance to the green flag restart, shall we? In 30th place, in stage 1, we'll see how many laps remaining in a moment. Alright, that was quick up to 4th gear. And, oh my lord. I don't think anyone made contact with me there. I think I just braked too hard, too fast, and couldn't steer the car. But I want to get back to this inside line anyways. Keep Blaney above me. I want to get past McDowell and put some space between me and him because he's been bumping me. Alright, I bumped him. I just wanted to make sure my car was okay. Oh, Looks like Reagan bumped somebody up there. Okay, sorry Almirola. Just kind of used your car as the wall to steer me. And bumped Reagan. Okay. I don't know if the contact I made with him had anything to do with that, but he lost it a bit there. Alright, coming out of turn 4, grabbing some spots, as I have been the majority of this race. Oh, and bumping Stenhouse here in turn 1 and 2. And grabbing a couple spots coming out of turn 1 and 2. Still a car out there. See if I can grab a couple spots here in turn 1 and 2. Oh, braking late and using the 4 car there as a pick. We're almost going to crack the top 20. And we didn't quite. By the end of stage 1, 22nd, not bad. We'll see where we can get for stage 2. Hopefully grab some stage points in this one. Let's see where we get. Coming around turn 3 and 4 for the green flag. Here we go. Just clear McMurray here and take the inside lane. Okay. 3 wide again at Martinsville. McMurray, Larson, the Chip Ganassi Chevrolets, and myself. Coming out of turn 4. Not going to clear McMurray.
Inside still there.
I need to get back in that inside line. That's where I like to be, and I'm going to get it coming into turn 3. Oh, and a little bump from DJ Kennington. And here we go. 11 laps to go in stage 2. I got to figure out my braking for turns 1 and 2. I'm continuing to screw that up, and I have more damage to my car now with hitting the wall pretty hard there. Alright. I don't know how many laps left here in stage 2. 2 laps to go. I'm in the top 15 now. Can I pass enough cars to get at least 1 stage point? I mean, they're all clumped together right here, so it could be possible, but now I only have a lap left to do it. I am going to gain on McMurray here. But will I gain on anybody else? Cole Witt up in 13th. Get some contact with the wall earlier in the race. I wasn't expecting to see him up here at the end of stage 2. And I think we're going to take... Oh, I think we would have got the 13th spot from Bowyer there had we been allowed to drive to the start-finish line. That's unfortunately not how this game works. Everyone's going to pit 33 laps, or 9 laps of fuel. I got to pit. I'm going to fix my car. Alright, coming out into stage 3 in 14th place in the outside lane. I was hoping to be in the inside lane because that's where I like to be. It's easier to take out cars that way. I'm just kidding. But it's harder to pass the outside of Martinsville, that's for sure. And I got smoked by Ty Dillon there. And that should cause a yellow. But I don't think it's gonna.
Inside still there.
Alright, we're gonna get behind Bowyer because I haven't been given the inside, and we get hit by McMurray. We gotta get in front of McMurray here. And that's not gonna work. We're 3 wide, 3 wide. Johnson will give us the room, and we bump the wall.
Inside, good drive off here.
And we bump the wall again.
Inside, good drive off here. Inside.
Stuck on the outside lane. We get bumped again, trying to cut down by Johnson there, but we're We're going to take him on the outside in the back stretch, or the front stretch, I should say. Inside is on my bumper. I need to get in that lane. I can't be on the outside. I lose all my spots when I get on the outside. Here we go. This is where we're going to start taking back some spots now that I'm on the bottom of the track. Coming out of turn 4, we're going to grab a couple of spots that I lost so far this stage back. And I think we're going to have to pit under green unless we get a yellow. I'm expecting to get a yellow. There's a lot of contact being made so far in this race. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Actually, 26 laps. How many did I say we had to go? 25. Oh, we should be good on fuel. And Denny Hamlin up into the wall.
Yellow flag, easy, easy.
Do not pit. I almost pit by accident. Everyone pit. That puts me in first place. All right. All right. Now let's try and stay out front.
Clear flag, get up there. Inside is on your bumper. Clear down low.
Leading some laps. 21 laps to go. Oh, my car got wicked loose out of that corner. We can keep the pack behind us this entire stretch. I will be a bit surprised, to be honest, because so far this season I've just had bad luck. Anytime I'm running up front, something always happens, or I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Oh! Way loose coming out of the corner. Here we go. Kyle Busch seems to be gaining on me. Let's see if he can catch me and maybe make a move. He is, seems to be one of the favorites to win this weekend, and I would agree with that to win this weekend. I would probably going to pick Kyle Busch to win this weekend. He's been running great all year. He hasn't had quite enough to get the win yet, but I feel like he is going to get it done this week at Martinsville. He did it in the October race of last season. I do believe it was in October, that race. But a lot of people forget that he won that race because of the dust-up with Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. A lot of people focused on that drama instead of the winner of the race. And Kyle running pretty much second and third, or top fives the last 4 races anyway. He should be a contender this weekend at Martinsville. Just as I am a contender for the win right now. 20 seconds flat that lap. That's kind of slow, but you know what? I'm in first place still, aren't I? So my car is wicked loose though when I brake or I hit the gas too early out of the corner. It does want to step sideways on me, so I got to be very careful not to let that happen if I want to win this race. 10 to go. I might hold on for the win here. We got Suarez behind me. I don't know where Kyle Busch went. He was possibly going to give me a run for my money, but it looks like Suarez might be doing that now. Oh, and he is getting ever so close because I think I'm running out of tire on my car because it's getting harder and harder to stay down at that curb. Now Suarez is right on my bumper. Coming out of the corners is where I get them. It's going into the corners where they get me. And Logano up here now. Passing Suarez for second. Keselowski, the Penske drivers, the Penske cars are another cars who have been competitive so far all season this year, and I expect them to be a factor at Martinsville this weekend as well. However, I expect them to screw off right now because I want to win this race. Logano is just giving me a mirror full of that number 22 Pennzoil Ford. And here we go. Oh, that was a good corner for me. 5 to go. Here, the pressure is now on. If I keep taking my corners like that, I think there will be no pressure by the end of these 5 laps. I've managed to get the gap up to a second on Logano, and I think I'm going to keep extending it by the looks of things. Should be able to pull off my first win of the season at the first short track race of the season. And you know what? This was actually my first 105 ever in NASCAR Heat Evolution, was on Martinsville. So it seems fitting that it is my first win of the 2018 season here in NASCAR Heat 2. Yes! There it is, the first win of the season. Only a 104 speed rating, actually. That's actually surprising. I was expecting to get the 105, but I mean, I'm by no means the best at this track. I mean, I'm better in the AI cars, clearly. But I mean, that came down to pit strategy. It was hard to pass in there, and there was a lot of contact made this race. But that being said, I got the win, and that's what matters. I just made myself make the playoffs, and that's probably going to help me a lot in the standings. I might even be in the top 20 now. Whether I am or not, I got a win, so that'll put me in. And now that pressure's off, I could just race. And without the pressure of looking for my first win, I think it'll help me in the long run get even better. So let's check out the official race results. Alright, here are the official race results at Martinsville Speedway. The 36 Adocare Z01 Camaro with the win. I didn't really pay attention to who got the stage wins here. We got Kyle Busch finishing 9th with the stage win. Did he win both stages? I didn't see any other stage winners. Looks like Kyle Busch won stage 1 and stage 2, and we took the win away with pit strategy later in the race. Let's have a closer look at the top 10 now, as soon as we get to it. We got myself in first, Logano second, Suarez third, McMurray, Wallace Jr., Truex Jr., and goddamn, I can't read that fast, I'm sorry. Anyways, you guys can see the official race results, you know, with the play pause button if you want to see them. We got a pretty solid top 10, and we got the first place finish. We'll see how that how that affects us in the standings. Hopefully puts us up there closer to the top 16. I know I cemented myself into the playoffs with the win, but I would really prefer a top 16, you know, finish. Maybe like a top 10 ideally in the standings is what I'm going for. But we'll see how we do the rest of the way of the season. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. And if you really enjoyed it, subscribe and follow along for the entire 2018 season. And I will see you next week at Texas Motor Speedway. Thanks for watching. Almost forgot to include the victory celebration of Victory Lane. We are partying tonight. I got myself a grandfather clock. I have no idea where I'm going to put it. I don't really have room for it. Maybe tuck it in there in my closet behind my Pocono Raceway flag. We'll see. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I will see you at Texas Motor Speedway.